Hi everybody, I'm Jacob Robb and I'm going to be presenting on Zoom and its founder and CEO Eric Yuan. So before I get into anything, I'm just going to give you an overview of what this presentation is going to be made up of. So to start, I'm going to give a brief background and introduction to Zoom and its founder and CEO Eric Yuan. I'm going to connect 5 concepts from the textbook connecting Zoom and Eric Yuan. These concepts are going to be made of credibility, purpose through shared persuasion, corporate reputation, performance orientation, and corporate values. Then I'm going to have a conclusion, and then finally the references. So to begin, Eric Yuan received his bachelor's and master's in his home province of Shandong, which is in China. His bachelor's was in mathematics, and his master's was in engineering with a concentration in mining. He was born in China and then immigrated to the United States in 1997 when he was 22. And soon after immigrating, he began working at WebEx, which is owned by Cisco, and eventually becoming the vice president of engineering. While he was working for WebEx, Eric completed an MBA from Stanford Business School. And then in 2011, he left WebEx and became the solo founder of Zoom. So Zoom was established in 2011, but it had a different name. This name was SASB. SASB was soon changed within about a year to Zoom Video Communications Incorporated. The beta launched in September of 2012, and it was only up and running for 4 months. And then the full version was officially launched in January of 2013. This version was much simpler than what we are used to today. And the video calls only lasted 15 minutes and could only hold 15 participants. Now, time limits can be unlimited and participants can be very large groups. Its first customer was actually Stanford University, and he kind of got this by posting flyers on bulletin boards in campus and kind of walking the campus and talking to professors and heads of departments and the president, kind of just foot and mouth, and just got the word out, and then they became their first actual customer. In 2019, the business went public and was valued at $16 billion. And then as of today, 200 million people use Zoom every day. So the first concept that I want to emphasize is credibility. And Eric Yuan is a very credible man. Credibility is defined as a person's capability to create trust and belief in one's values and ability. Eric Yuan is a very trustworthy man, and I think you can just kind of see that as he is a father and a husband. And the one thing is that he has never missed one of his 3 children's sports games. And even though he runs a billion-dollar company and is a very busy man, he still makes it to all of their games. And then back when he first got married to his wife when he was 22 years old, he promised her that he would travel less than twice per year. And he has held to that word. And in the last 5 years, he's only traveled 8 times. He says that I hope that with video conferencing like Zoom, everyone can spend time with family. I feel proud of what I am doing. The next concept is purpose through shared persuasion. Purpose through shared persuasion, a person that has this trait is highly motivated, supports its organization, and guides with a set of shared goals and values. So kind of the backstory of the origin of Zoom is that Eric Yuan wanted to completely rebuild WebEx from the ground up, and he tried to convince WebEx to allow him to do this because he was kind of embarrassed by the customer satisfaction, and he thought that the company could do way better. So he decided to do this on his own. And so he was already beat to the market by Microsoft Skype's, Google Hangouts, and then Cisco's WebEx, and then many more companies. So how did he get people to join in his venture and raise money? Well, he did this because he saw purpose, and he shared that purpose through persuasion. So he saw his goal, and he used that to motivate others to believing in him, trusting in him, and achieving that goal. SASB ended up raising a total of $3 million in seed money, which is kind of like a starter money in Silicon Valley. And he also convinced 20 other engineers at Cisco to work with him over the next 2 years and develop this company. The next concept is corporate reputation. Corporate reputation is the overall opinion that stakeholders have on an organization. One of the main issues with Zoom in the last 2 years is what they call Zoom bombers. Zoom bombers are kind of people that interrupt Zoom meetings and do inappropriate things, kind of do jokes, kind of pranks. I'm sure everybody's seen videos of this. So Zoom got ahead of this and has actually developed ways to prevent this and stop it from happening. So to start, the host must accept participants even if they already have the access code. They still can accept those into the meeting. They also can, while somebody is in a meeting, they can suspend them from participation. And then a third thing is that other participants can report people, and they can also ban them if they get enough votes. So it's not just up to the person hosting the meeting, but also participants. If somebody is interrupting the meeting and the instructor does not see the participants, can get rid of them. And then the next concept is performance-oriented. So the extent of a company encourages and rewards innovation, high standards, and performance improvement is what performance-oriented is defined as in Carden. So as I mentioned before, the main reason for Eric Yuan to leave WebEx is because of customer satisfaction, and he was very upset that the company didn't really care about how the customers were and the performance that the software actually had. So he left and he decided to make his own software that would allow for user friendliness, reliability, and so he went and developed his own app. He says that you need to lead with a focus on the customer. This is one of his main philosophies, that he's very customer based, and if his customers are satisfied, he's satisfied. And right when he developed Zoom, he said in a public statement that we are not successful financially yet, but if we make the customer happy, the money will come. And you can see by what Zoom is today, the billion-dollar company that it is, that his philosophy paid off. The next concept is corporate values. Zoom's mission statement is make video communication frictionless and secure, and they do that with a focus on customers, employees, company, and community outreach. Eric Yuan stated that Zoom's culture is deliver happiness. If we are happy, the customer is happy. It's a simple formula, and we lead by example. One thing that I think shows their community outreach is that during the pandemic, Zoom gave everybody from K to 12, all public schools from K to 12, free use of their Zoom software, so that students and teachers had an easier time during the pandemic and that they didn't miss on education opportunities. And then another thing that they do that really helps the community and helps their employees is that for free accounts, they get rid of the 40-minute limit on the Zoom calls during holidays, so like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and they make it limitless, which is very charitable and really helps people connect and build community amongst their users, even the non-paying customers, who they then kind of promote and incentivize them to become premium. And then, so kind of just to conclude, Eric Yuan is an authentic leader who is sincere, self-aware, and open. He inspires loyalty by motivating to the future. Zoom emphasizes its employee happiness and its customer satisfaction. Without these attributes, Zoom would not be where it is today. In 2018, it was considered a unicorn company, and a unicorn company is a privately owned business that is worth over $1 billion. And this is one of the rarest things, especially one of the rarest companies, especially in the tech industry, coming out of Silicon Valley, that this does not happen. That's why Eric Yuan has renowned as one of the greatest leaders of our time. And I think with his dedication to this company, it's really built a platform that people can use and people can be happy with in using that. And I think he's made the world a better place, and I think he's really helped people grow through hardships. And then here are the references.